Hi everyone. I would like to talk a bit about perfectionism. I'm reading this book these days, this one. It's by Neil Donald Walls. Okay, this is in Greek. It's called Conversations with God. And he has 3 books here. In Greek it's Συζητήσεις με το Θεό από τον Neil Donald Walls. And it's very relevant now to the things that I had a great insight about perfection. And I'm sure that most of us have struggled with this at some point. Because we are living in a society that basically wants us to be perfect and does not accept anything that is not perfect. Okay. I had read many times how we're coming from perfection, which is our real self, and it is our soul, which is the real us. And we're coming from perfection to a world down here on earth that is imperfect. Our soul wants us to experience what it is like to be imperfect. And it's true, because what our soul is already perfect. In the spirit world, in our spirit form, we are already perfect, because we're basically God. We're parts of God. So we are perfect. There's nothing that is not perfect in us. Okay. But we want to experience imperfection. Now, whenever I've heard that, in my mind, I thought that imperfection was meant like we are not good enough on something. We come in here and we experience what it's like to be less than who we really are, to be not, I don't know, smart enough, not capable enough, not, I don't know, beautiful enough, not this enough, not the other enough. We're coming here to make mistakes, and thus we are not perfect. We are far less than what we are. And we're coming here from this perfect part of us to this, much less world. That's how I used to understand it in my mind, that by imperfection, it is meant that by the time that we are born until the time that we die, we become less, something that it is less. And that is true, because yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we're living in a society where this and this and this and that is considered imperfection. So we're less than that. And if we don't reach this, then we're not perfect. And I had to read this book, like I told you, and I gained this insight that for the first time in my life, how it was meant. Because what's really meant by imperfection, by coming from our perfect world, which is our soul, to an imperfect world, which is our human nature, is not meant like that. It's not meant like we're becoming something which is far less, and we should be ashamed of that, and we should be How on earth could we like such a thing and blah 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 blah. No, um, what it how it was meant was that yes, we're coming from our soul, which is the real us, which is perfect. And we are coming, our soul wants to experience what it is like to be imperfect. But how it's meant is like that our soul wants to experience what it is like to be not who we really are. What it is like to be the opposite. Remember that we are living in a world of duality, so we're coming here and we forget who we really are because we want to live our opposite. That is imperfection. That is how it's meant. Not in a sense of us making mistakes, not in the sense of us looking at ourselves and thinking that we're not that or that or that enough. Not in the sense that we are something less which is problematic or whatever. No. We're coming here to forget who we are, which is something perfect, by living its opposite. But that opposite is not imperfect in the sense that it is less. It is imperfect in the sense that it is not who we really are. That's how this whole thing works. We're coming here to remember each time, in each lifetime, to remember who we really are and experience who we really are. That's the point. That's the whole point. And also to develop our soul, because each time that we are coming here, we're exploring, we see by the opposite who we really are. We see by the opposite what our real values are that can also change, that can also develop. We try this thing, doesn't suit me. Let's try something else. We're creating one reality, that I don't like. That doesn't resonate with who I really am. I want something else. I want to become something else. I want to try this now, right now. So it's like, it's us, it's our center, and we are living situations that we create in each lifetime with certain people, with certain circumstances, events, everything, to create and keep creating ourselves, keep creating our souls. Okay, no, I just said that the soul is perfect. But the soul is still evolving to understand itself, to experience itself. We don't need to become something perfect. We already are that. But we're coming here to experience what it's like to be perfect. We're coming here to experience what it's like to be our true selves, to remember that. Because we are coming here and we forget it totally. And then we are going through situations that helps us find out who we really are, remember it. And these situations we call imperfect. These situations, people, even our reactions or choices, or we call imperfect. Our body we are calling imperfect. Our thoughts or whatever we're calling imperfect. It's not about imperfection. It's journey. It's trial and error, and still there's no error. It's just creation. It's just exploration. It's just defining and redefining who we really are. So it's all about a game. It's all about remembering. It's all about like you have like a sculpture and you keep creating it the way that you really want according to who you really are. That's what it is about. So we are not really imperfect beings. We're just experiencing. So whatever happens is not really imperfect. It's a base of a perfect plan that we keep recreating with the universe, God, call it whatever, so that we keep remembering who we really are. And all we need is work with ourselves, finding out who we really are, and our feelings help with that. To find our values, to find who we really are. Therapy also helps. Okay. And then we keep recreating. If something we feel is not right, it's not us, we keep creating that. We choose something else. So it's all about creation, it's all about experience, trial and error, exploration. It's all about experiment. That's what it's all about, this whole thing. It's not about imperfection. And there are no mistakes, by the way. There are no mistakes. So we all have to do this. Keep exploring ourselves and also forgive. Forgive not our mistakes, but our reaction to the things that we did that we don't agree with anymore. Because that's what it is about. There are no mistakes. So plenty of times, and I've been one, I'm still working on that, we are very strict with ourselves. So we do some things, and then we are very strict about how we should have done it. There are no shoulds, there are no mistakes. All we need is to forgive ourselves, but not for what we did, but for how we think about ourselves. How we offend who we really are like that. Yeah. That's it. That's all I have to say about perfection. Okay, guys, bye.